the boric acid of it all. Breeding ground for bacteria. How is everybody throwing everybody off? Outside your lips. Vagina. Hey y'all, welcome back to Aries Routines. This is going to be a video about all things BV. If you have chronic BV or you have just reoccurrent BV, this is the video for you. Y'all, we're diving in. So let's start with the basics. What is BV? So BV stands for bacterial vaginosis or bacteria vaginosis. This is when the natural bacterial levels of the vagina are out of balance. Again, symptoms, it can cause a watery gray or green discharge with a fishy odor. Now, some people can be asymptomatic as well, so please keep that in mind. And before we dive any further into this video, I do want to put out a disclaimer. I am not a doctor or a healthcare professional. Please seek medical advice for medical situations. So I'm not your doctor, so don't take my advice for it. Go to your doctor. There we go. Disclaimer out there. So when we talk about our bacterial levels being out of balance, you'll often hear people refer to this as your pH balance. Well, a lot of people don't know what a pH is. Okay, so I am going to be putting up a scale somewhere to show you the alkaline versus acidic or basic versus acidic scale. So your pH balance. pH stands for potential of hydrogen. So pretty much the more hydrogen you have, the more acidic it will be. So as you may know, our vagina, or your lady parts or your parts, whatever you want to call them, they are supposed to be acidic. So means more hydrogen. So why are our vaginas made to be more acidic? Well, if your vagina's levels are where they're supposed to be and they are acidic, it allows unwanted bacteria and viruses to not survive in that area. So unwanted bacteria / viruses won't survive in a higher acidic area. Got it? Get it? Got it? Good. Okay, so what throws your pH balance off? As you may know, if you have a vagina or whatever you would like to call it, it can be very sensitive, and many things can throw off your pH levels. But I do have a list here just so we can at least start with some things that have been known to throw off your pH levels. Number one on the list is your partner. And yeah, I think we all knew this, but I put it for number one because it is the leading cause of bacterial vaginosis. So I know you heard me say partner. I am not only meaning men or people with penises. I am meaning everybody. So if you are sexually active with men, women, they, them, whoever you identify as, it can throw off your pH balance. How so? How is everybody throwing everybody off? So one, if you're having sex with or sexual relations with someone with a penis, their semen is basic. And as you heard before, we want our lady bits, our vaginas, to be acidic. So that in itself, you're thrown off. You are thrown off. And as far as your other partner, if you're having sex with someone with a vagina, this I do want to read because I don't want to get it wrong. Yeah. So if they have ever had BV in the past, they're they may have a higher amount of BV causing bacteria in their vaginal fluids. So therefore, when you're introducing and mingling your vaginal fluids together, if they have a higher amount in their vaginal fluids, it is exposing you to that bacteria, and it could possibly throw off your pH balance as well. Yeah, the more you know, the more you know. So like I said, many things can throw off your pH balance, and I want to just quickly go through kind of the main list here. So like I said, your partner, number one, your blood sugar levels, which I think I'm going to dive in a little bit later into how that affects everything. Scented soaps, we all know this. I think by now we should know this. Can throw you right on off. Any fragrance can throw you off. I've said this before on my channel. Using water inside is the best option. So when I say inside, I mean your labia majora on the outside of your, I think it's mundus, outside your lips. Your lips, right? If you have a closed flower, I always say this, soap is okay right here and in that like triangle area. Soap is okay there. But when you open your lips and your folds and your labia and clitoris and all of that lovely stuff, when you're washing in there, water only. And when you're washing out here, unscented soap only. I use Dr. Bronner's baby bar soap. It has never really stared me wrong. I cannot go wrong with that soap. I've used many others as well, and if you have a favorite, go for it. But make sure it's unscented soap. You don't want anything down there that's fragranced. Heavy on the no fragrance. Okay. Next on the list, let me see. Tampons and pads and diva cups, menstrual discs, all of those things can throw off your pH levels, especially if you are keeping them in for a longer amount of time. So next on the list is period blood. Again, this is another bodily fluid that is basic. So therefore, when it's in your vagina and you want that to be super acidic like a lemon and you're putting milk in there pretty much, it's throwing things off. So period blood is basic, or blood is basic. And so therefore, you don't want it to be in there too long to have a longer time to throw things off. I say pads as well, not necessarily for BV, but it does cause it can cause BV because it's sitting there, it's wet, it's hot, and it's a breeding ground for bacteria, right? So it can throw it off, but because it's sitting on the outside, it most likely won't. But if you're sensitive like me, it can. So I always say, please just avoid, like, check the time. Make sure it's not going past whatever allotted amount of time. Make sure if you have a heavier day, you're changing more frequently because we want to avoid all of that. So the last two things on my list are one, douches, and two, tight clothing. So douches, pretty much self-explanatory. You are putting something in your vagina that has no business being in there, and you could possibly be washing out and wiping out all of the good bacteria and all of the bad. So you might be starting with a clean slate, but sis, or bro, or hey, you there, you may be causing more harm than good. Tight clothing, kind of the same thing that goes for what's it called? Pads. It's tight, it's keeping everything in, and it's not letting anything breathe. So this goes also cotton. You want cotton undergarments. But with tight clothing, you're keeping everything in. Vaginas are moist. It's a wet area. They sweat, they have discharge, they are just have a mind of their own, right? But you're keeping it closed in. So now it's a hot, warm, dark place. And again, breeding ground for bacteria. So I know there's someone like, yeah, I know all of this. I know what BV is. I know what's causing it. How do I stop it? And I am here to help you with that as well. I just wanted to do a quick background because some people don't know. So, how do you stop it? Number one, again, going to my handy dandy list, probiotics. Probiotics are going to be your best friend. Now, it may not help overnight, but sometimes it does. So, what is a probiotic? Probiotics are live bacteria and yeast. And what they are doing is when you're ingesting them, they are giving you more good bacteria in your body to combat the bad. Well, not even combat the bad. They are making it so the good bacteria are higher in your body. So gut health and vaginal health, they help tremendously. I am going to put here the, what's it called? Probiotics I use, just because I know you can't see it from there. But these together, absolute game changer. I add this just if I feel like I am starting to get BV or something's a little bit off. I I add two of these, which is the acidophilus. I think I'm saying that right. I add two, and then I just take one of these with it. Now, if on like a regular day, I'll just do one of each, just to keep everything balanced. But probiotics are your best friend. Since we're talking about probiotics, I am not only talking about the pill form. You eat probiotics every day. And that's why it's important to get a balanced meal and a balanced diet, maybe. I don't know if that's the word I'm looking for, but there are certain foods that are higher in probiotics than others. Again, referring to my list, we have unsweetened Greek yogurt. Y'all, if I ever feel like anything is off, I immediately am like downing Greek yogurt. Like it's no other. I am like not just Greek yogurt, unsweetened Greek yogurt, downing it because it really helps me out. Now I do try to avoid dairy, but that's another story. Okay. Um, then we have sauerkraut also. Olives and kombucha are just like a couple of them. There are so many other foods. Typically fermented foods are really helpful in getting your probiotics. So like I said, probiotics are our best friend for gut balancing health and your vaginal your vaginal health. So other things that you can do, let's say you've done all of this, you've avoided any triggers, you are currently like taking probiotics daily, eating a good, healthy, balanced diet, and like you're still getting bacterial vaginosis. So this is the thing. Of course, like I said in the disclaimer, of course, consult with your doctor. Number one, always consult with your doctor. But I do want to say as well, something else that you can implement into your diet is lemon water and apple cider vinegar water as well. I'm going to show you what I drink on a daily basis. Actually, here. I sip on water all day long, typically lemon water, because you are adding, again, that acidity back into your body. And we want our vaginas to be acidic. And apple cider vinegar does the same exact thing where you're adding that acidity back in, and we just hoping and praying that it gets to our vaginas. But I do feel like when you are hydrated in general, it helps with everything. But I will say lemon water or apple cider vinegar water definitely helps keep everything just kind of balanced. Just we don't need no ups and downs. Can we just keep it smooth, you know? Now, I will be honest with you. I don't like apple cider vinegar water. I think it's disgusting, and I don't take it as a shot because it can wear away at your enamel. So can lemon water, but with a straw, it helps tremendously. Um, but we want to add your lemon, drink that water all day, and make sure you're hydrated as well. Now, what I will say as well is whenever I was, whoopty wooing, um, apple cider vinegar would be like that one thing that I could take or drink that I felt like it made everything like fresher. So maybe take that into consideration. Even though it tastes horrible, it's doing some things because it was like but yeah, those are two things that you can add in just to make sure that you are adding acidity into your diet as well. And last but not least, the boric acid of it all. So boric acid. And before you input anything into your body, again, consult your doctor. Even before probiotics, I am not a doctor again. So before you add anything, talk to your doctor. But boric acid, we love her, we hate her, we just don't understand her. I have a whole video on boric acid, but I think I'm going to update that because I've had some new experiences with it. And yeah, do I currently use it? No, I do not. I stopped again. But I might do another video just on boric acid again. But I am going to put on the screen all of the different types of boric acid I have tried. And again, nothing has changed. The one that I will say, if you're going to use it, use the killer, because it had the least amount of ingredients in the back of it. And I didn't have any like adverse effects or whatever. But consult your doctor, child. Consult your doctor. But back to this here video. So boric acid, yeah, about it. So what does it do? Boric acid, you're inputting it into your vagina. It is a capsule. I put up a picture. I don't have any on me. I'll put up a picture that you are inserting into your vagina. So it's like a pill. You insert it into your vagina and it sits there overnight and melts pretty much. You can do it during the day, but it's better if you're laying down because gravity will pull it right on out, right? So it's killing everything. It's killing everything. It's killing the good bacteria, the bad bacteria. It's killing it all. The acidity, it's killing it all, right? So I feel as though some doctors may recommend this if it's like last resort, nothing else is working. And it's like, okay, well, just try this. That's why I say consult your doctor because they may recommend something else for you, right? But it kills everything. The only problem I have with it is one, it is it's drying everything out. Again, go watch my other video that's on everything. It's drying everything out and it's again killing everything. So the little bit of good bacteria that you may have had is gone. Since it's out the door, it's ran down the street. So the other thing with boric acid is everyone says it's like rebalancing, and it's not rebalancing. It's starting you at zero, which is completely different. A rebalance would be introducing good bacteria into place so it does balance your bacterial levels out. But if you're starting at nothing, yeah, it's balanced because it's zero. Like it's nothing there to balance. And and then my other problem with it is it shouldn't be something that you are continuously using. If you, the Vagina Doctor, oh my gosh, I got her book. A lot of this information is from her book, and I will link it down below because amazing. And I love her page, and I just love how she teaches and everything like that. But if you are continuously using your boric acid because things are slowly starting to go back to where they started. So if you notice the smell and you're like, let me pop in a boric acid, and the smell completely goes away because, again, you're wiping all of the bacteria out. And then you start to notice the smell again a week later, and then you're popping another boric acid in. Do you see the problem? The problem is you're not fixing the problem. You are simply getting rid of that bacteria that continuously is overgrowing. So that is an issue that I have with boric acid. It's most of the time not helping with the issue. It's simply masking it because you're not fixing why is my body overgrowing the bad bacteria? What am I doing? Right? So that is my love-hate relationship with boric acid. Will you smell like nothing when you use it? Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why so many people use it. But are you fixing the root cause? No. Most likely, no. But if your doctor recommends it, go for it, sis. So I know I briefly mentioned your blood sugar playing a part in your vaginal health and could be the reason why you are suffering. In the Vagina Doctor's book, again, I will link it and I'll put it on the screen so you will know as well. It mentions that your blood sugar, so eating high, like refined sugars, they are weakening your immune system, I believe, and inflammatory system, if I'm not mistaken. Again, I don't want to dive too deep in that because I don't know it for a fact and I don't know enough about it to teach. But read up on it so you can, make a sound decision about those things because if you really think about it, refined sugar does mess with your all of your systems. And why would we think it doesn't mess with our reproductive organs in a sense? So do your own research on that. I am as well. I don't want to teach about anything I don't know. So yeah. All right, y'all, that wraps up today's video. I'm hoping I did better with this mic. On my last video, I was screaming and I was like, you can't talk that loud anymore because it's right here. But hopefully the sound is okay. Please let me know how you feel about this. If you're suffering with BV, do you have any tricks or tips for the girlies in the comments? Because let us know. Let us know what's going on. Anyways, I do have a few routines that I am wanting to do. Y'all know my skin has been acting up, okay? It has gotten 10 times better. Like I'm almost healed. So I don't want to jump right back into using like overly aggressive things on my skin. But I do have a few routines that I'm like, they've been cooking up because I've been on these basic soaps for a minute now. So that is soon to come. Y'all, I hope you are enjoying your day, and Valentine's Day is over, so yeah, but it's still February, so I just throw in a little pink. And y'all know this came from my Valentine's Day haul with Fashion Nova. If you didn't know, go check that out. Please and thank you. All right, y'all. Until next time, please like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe. Or heavy on the comment, like, subscribe. I didn't do it backwards, but you got it. Bye.